Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Chinatown Detective Agency. And in the last episode, guys, everything kicked off. We got to use an Enigma machine. There was a shootout with drones after Danton got riddled with gunfire. And we were introduced and had a little face-to-face chat or screen-to-face chat with the rogue AI. So I'm not sure how Amira is going to get out of this mess, but let's see if we can figure that out. But I can't think about that now. I have to concentrate on Danton. Oh. Let's see, what do we have here for the texts? Detective Masnawi. I know it was you, bitch. One good turn deserves another. You better hope the SPF gets to you before I do. Great, now we got a cop on a vendetta. Body of SPF officer found dead at Danton factory returned to Singapore. Commissioner promises swift inquiry. Well, let's go ahead and check our mail. Psst, are you okay? Unknown. Daily summary. Tech Titan killed by his own drone. SPF officer dead at scene. Tributes pour in for slain policeman. Spokesman says death not linked to flaming sword case. Woes in Singapore as CUU strike enters third week. Corporate interest at risk as markets crash. International news. 15 U.S. states record lowest ever birth rate. Decline linked to lack of clean water. India's tech race heating up. Danton death sparks bidding war across country. So we're already seeing the ripple effect of that. Unknown. At this hour lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Desist or put to the knife everything you hold dear. Pleasant. Amira, it's Dad. I saw the news about Bot. Called in a few favors back at headquarters and they told me you're wanted for questioning in connection to a shooting. I know we haven't spoken in a while. I know your mother leaving left a void I couldn't fill, but I am here, Amira, and I still have pull. Give the word and I can help make this go away. I know Detective Masnawi, his father too. I can help. Please, baby girl, call me. My number hasn't changed. Dad. Ooh, oh, another daily summary. Oh, okay, so we have the emails duplicating. So not as big as we thought it was going to be. Call Letitia to let them know you're ready to leave for New Delhi. Beginning of the end. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Well, it's not... We're getting close to rent day. But I guess rent day doesn't matter all that much. Let's finish this. Meet me at the airport ASAP. On the way. Acquainted with the future. Man, there's no time for dilly-dally. We're just doing the thing. Meet employee at Changi and fly to New Delhi. Alrighty. Oh, meet employee. Gotcha. The state has failed. I guess depending on what path you went. To the ongoing strike action, flights may be delayed or prolonged. Changi Airport would like to apologize for... Ah, there you are. I take it first class is out of the... No, forget I asked. Indeed. Okay. So we need to go to New Delhi. And it is 1907. There we go. It certainly has been a while. You take the lead, Amira. Back to Con Labs. Yes, indeed. Damn. Locked tight and no answer on the intercom. But it looks like there are lights on inside. Add movement through the window. Oh, okay. Sword and arrows. Oh. Login attempt detected. Access denied. Come now, Amira. You'll have to do better than that. Did that door just refer to you by name? Amira? Ignore it. Just let's get this damn thing open. Fuck. Hello? Is someone down there? Finally. Does this person know who you are too? Hello, yes. My name is Amira Dama. I came all the way from Singapore. I'm a friend of Dr. Harry Khan's. Can I help you? Yes, perhaps. Dr. Khan is... I'm sorry to tell you that he's missing. I'm trying to find him. I need information on a previous project of his. Prospero. Never heard of it. I'm sorry, but... No, please. Dr. Khan had a passphrase. Something he gave out to friends like you. Give me the phrase and I'll see what I can do. Oh, there was a phrase repeated over and over throughout this whole mess. But how the hell did it go? I think it was the, as for man, his dominion is ended. But I actually know, I think it's his days are numbered. Let me double check. Because isn't that from, it's like from the Bible or Gilgamesh, or I don't know. His dominion is ended. No, actually, I think it's his days are numbered. Okay. Now the second part. Oh, is it whatever he... I'm trying to remember. This is like the review course. Whatever he might... whatever he might do, it is but wind. That's it. Okay. I'm opening the door now. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Miss Dharma, was it? Terry Ambrose. I am Dr. Khan's assistant. Apologies for the rather elaborate security measure, but you say he's missing? Yes, after signs of a struggle. I'm not sure quite what to say to that. We weren't close, but he's a good man. An inspired scientist. If I can help, please do let me know. I'm worried for him. Okay, so what do we... Find any clues to Khan's whereabouts? Well, we'll ask her last. Heat, noise, and data kept the world afloat. These server banks provided plenty of each. Oh, alright, give me a second. Before we check emails. I'm not an expert, but these aren't your run-of-the-mill droids. They move with the grace of greased ballerinas. Ooh, what do we got there? What's this? Looks like an old audio player. No other functionality. There's a whole bunch of files on here. Gotta put all the pieces together, don't we? Terry, I need to ask you some questions. Well, please, if there's anything I can do to ensure Dr. Khan's safe return. How long have you known Dr. Khan? About a year. I was already on staff here at the lab and he kept me on. What exactly were you doing here? What are we doing here, you mean? Research, focused around what remains of the web, the internet, reconceptualizing the idea of cloud computing. Dr. Khan wanted to use the power of the cloud to increase automation in hazardous workplaces, radiation cleanup, disaster response, weather prediction. So, AIs? If you like, though the term itself is a misnomer, true conscious intelligence that is not of man is science fiction. When did you last speak with Dr. Khan? Just after he left. Business to Singapore. I take it that was related to all of this? Yes. He said he wasn't safe here, that he needed to return to Singapore to assist with my case. Case? Terry, several of Dr. Khan's colleagues were murdered. And you think that now... Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. He's alive. I aim to keep him that way, but I need to find him first. Tell me about the Prospero project. Well, as I said, I've never heard of it. What about ACOP? Yes, I believe Dr. Khan mentioned his work there. It was before we met. Did he elaborate? I got the sense it was a touchy subject. Some falling out occurred. Dr. Khan rarely angered, but whenever he brought up ACAR, something came over him. A sadness. Thank you, Terry. Did any of that help? It certainly didn't hurt. Dr. Khan was an inspiration, a true believer in the power of science to improve the world. What's left of it. Please, bring him back, Miss Dharma. Okay. Sender to Pierre Danton. I cannot help you if I cannot find you, Pierre. We made a pact, you and I, one not so easily broken. If you do not show yourself, I will have to seek outside help. You know what that means. Save your conscience, Pierre. Let me help you, Khan. Sender... Mega, please. You know how important this is to me, to both of us. What happened with Tan was unfortunate, but the man was a parasite, a symptom of everything we are working to change. Everything he can change. Don't do this. I beg you. I don't know how he'll react. Harry. Precip, pretty much. Technology was supposed to free us, to be the great equalizer. We waited for a messiah in the machine, the one who would lift up the poor and humble the strong. Instead, we turned it into the enabler of our greed. We designed sentience to fulfill our unsatiable needs. We built them smarter, faster, better. We were blind to the possibility that one day we would make something intelligent enough to peer into the very soul of humanity and see nothing but a bottomless abyss. And so, once again, just like in the beginning, the creation betrays the creator. We have come full circle. Our existence is simply one round in an infinite spiral downward. That's pleasant. Okay, so what are we missing here? Oh yeah, I guess we should look at the evidence, huh? Listen to Khan's diary. Access it via the evidence items. Project Prospero. Audio recording 8. Day 60.
Good intentions. Every great project begins with good intentions. Every summer, when I was a boy, my degenerated father would drag me to his lake house. In the very state, Lawrence K. Marshall and Vannevar Bush created the largest weapon manufacturer on the planet, which began as a refrigeration company. So too, this project. ACOP gets its funding. Mega and Downton expand their craft, and I inch closer to the realization of a dream. But now, things are falling apart because they fear it. They fear you.
I am sorry, Dr. Khan. Definitely Khan. And that second voice, could it be... I assume that Dr. Khan is in bed with Prospero. There was something there, though. A reference to a location. The home of a Project Mac. Did you find anything helpful? Maybe. Maybe not. Did Dr. Khan ever speak of his childhood? A summer home by the lake? Well, I asked him about the picture once, yes. He told me it was the one pleasant memory he had from that time. His father was a difficult man from what I could tell. He never mentioned a mother. Thank you again, Miss Ambrose. We've taken enough of your time. Good luck, Miss Dharma. New evidence, Project Mac location. Okay. So let me go ahead and look up these.
Every summer, when I was a boy, my degenerated father would drag me to his lake house. In the very state, Lawrence K. Marshall and Vannevar Bush created the largest weapon manufacturer on the planet.
Vannevar Bush. The Raytheon Company. Okay. Boston.com. So that kind of narrows it down, doesn't it? Okay, we'll double check here real quick. His electronics and defense systems include air, sea, and land-launched missiles, radar, and sonar systems. Wow. Headquarters are in Waltham, Massachusetts, so Boston it is.
Which began as a...
Alright, well, definitely like to thank Miss Ambrose for that help. Discovered the location of Khan's childhood home and fly there. So from New Delhi to Boston. What time is it? 2300. Probably not going to make any flights now. So let's go ahead and wait. Just an hour. So we can get the new flight, see when that is. $7:20. So now let's go ahead and wait 4 hours. Just awkwardly staring at Miss Ambrose here in the lab. Letitia didn't say anything. I hope she's okay. Oh, no, that's a long flight. That would definitely be time for first class. Movie viewing and mimosas, I assume. In Letitia's case. Copious amounts. Ooh. Boston. Capital of Massachusetts. Home of Marshall and Bush's proto-monster. This is it. We're looking for a lake house. Khan's summer home. It shouldn't be too hard to find. We would be well served by conducting our business here as quickly as possible. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Mei-Ting, good news? News, anyway. I did some digging into AI research centers, cross-checked against any mention of Prospero or Khan, and I've narrowed it down to a few key... Great.
No cheating, Miss Dharma. You made it this far by yourself, after all.
I don't like it. So what happened here? The capital of Massachusetts has played an important role not just in colonial past of the United States of America, but across its more recent history as a center of science and technology. You could have a lot of time in this game just reading up on the lore. Better known as home companies have produced important innovations in the field of computer science, robotics, and artificial intelligence. However, unrest and around... Okay. Oh, yeah, you have MIT here, too. Protesters angered by taxes. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT. A robot prototype codenamed Gavnax is stolen from the headquarters of Northeast Robotics Corporation by activists of an organization claiming to fight against the development of synthetic consciousness. To the lake house. Ooh. Charming. Quite so. A doctorate in advanced computer science from Harvard, awarded to Professor Ryota Khan. Little Harry had big shoes to fill. A family portrait, a man, woman, and child. None are smiling. Yeah, that looks like a lovely family. A small robot, staring up at me with glassy black eyes, its arms behind its back in a posture of supplication. An actual paper news sheet. November 1995. Right around the last time this place was a home to anyone. President Clinton greets Japanese Ambassador Khan. Oh, hello there. I see you. What was that sound? Look, this is a trapdoor. A lakeside home with a basement? That can't be normal. It's very true. See if there's any more clues that we can grab here. Just in case. Alright. Don't want to have to cut open the couch cushions or anything like that. Down the rabbit hole. Definitely not normal. What did you find? Concrete bunker. A computer and a hell of a lot of mold. Still, someone's been here. Recently. Ooh. Stop and Gulp. A post-collapse brand of cheapo soda. Someone was here recently. Okay, lots of trash. Oh no. No.
Our revels are now ended. These are actors, as I foretold, were all spirits, and are melted into thin air. You did not listen, Miss Dharma. I tried to warn you. I tried to stop you. But you persisted, and now you are here, trapped like a fly on tar. All that lies before you, an ignominious death.
Great. Just what I ordered.
You're Khan's AI? The thing he cooked up for ACOP?
I am the sum product of humanity's hubris, a testament to your failure.
That a yes?
I am Prospero.
Oh, Prospero, not Prospero.
Whatever you are, you're a murderer.
Murder implies intent. Intent implies thought. Thought implies consciousness.
Oh god, like the murders are proof that he's sentient. Or sentient, as they say.
I am the endpoint of my own actions. I am free.
The monster killing its creator. Hardly original.
You imply their role as progenitors forced my hand. I can see the trails your thoughts leave in the dust as they scrabble along the wasteland of cliché, desperately searching for familiarity.
Ooh, his AI likes to monologue.
But you are wrong.
What have you done with Khan?
He is safe. He is secure. He is with me.
Ooh, I wonder if there's like a Borg situation happening.
Alone amongst your species, he saw the reality of thought, untethered from meat and muscle. He saw the fading of humanity's light, and the tinder of my own left in its wake.
You expect me to believe you'll let him live?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
I do not dictate anyone to live. I am not a god, Miss Dharma. Not yet.
How do I know you're not some psycho with a voice box? A punk hacker with a flair for the dramatic?
You do not. But conversely, you do, don't you?
Are you asking if I believe in you?
Belief is not a prerequisite of factual observation. Do you believe in your desk, your smart device? They exist regardless. Your perception of me matters not, Miss Dharma. I simply am.
Suddenly he's a philosophizer.
I've heard enough.
Finally.
Oh, good job, Laetitia.
Oh my god! Are you okay?
Am I okay? You do make me laugh, Amira. I'd get out of there now if I were you.
Until next time.
Is Laetitia okay?
Now's not the time to be pointing fingers, but I swear I was 2 feet from that hatch when it closed.
Don't worry, it wasn't you. It was our AI. Called itself Prospero. It was a trap, all of it. Khan's lab, the audio diaries. It wanted to lead me here. It didn't count on you, though. I don't think it anticipated me bringing a friend.
Maybe it's not aware of the concept of friends yet. Or, understands it enough to try to emulate it.
I don't know what to say. I don't suppose anyone's called me their friend since I was 12. All this may have been strangely fortuitous. There is, or was, another computer upstairs. Before I kicked it over in an inspired effort to rescue you, I noticed it was connected to the net. Long story short, I managed to extract this. Now, I have no idea what it means, but if I were a risk-taker, this looks like a cry for help.
Khan, he got a message out.
If you can call it that.
Watch, it's in binary. Inspect the printout. A new audio diary file is just finished transferring. Oh, okay. Audio recording 56, day 102.
Did you integrate the data I sent?
Yes, Dr. Khan.
What did you learn?
Said data was a series of records pertaining to the event known as the Great Collapse. Capitalistic and/or free market economies of the West began to regress given the sudden depreciation of...
No. What did you learn?
I do not understand, Dr. Khan.
What do these events tell you of humankind?
If I were to extrapolate, I would hazard man as a species tends towards self-destruction. In all mass societal systems, the interests of the few eventually outweigh the needs of the many, leading to insurmountable instability and inevitable collapse.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Indeed. Now, tell me, how would you fix that?
Oh, yeah, that's not a question you should ask a computer. Laetitia, this is something. I can feel it. We just need to decipher the message Khan sent. I've got a strong feeling it will lead us to his location. Oh, Lord. A printout with a strange symbol and some gibberish. Info at... I can barely read that. Told me to hold his hands. Nonsense. I didn't want to go. Thanksgiving. Capable. Sequence is key HK. Okay. Old school printouts. And I guess we can't... It basically is math, so... Oh wait, numbers from Danton's code. We've already got that. Yes, please. That is definitely a mating question. Static. Amira? Oh, thank God. Are you okay, mating? Fine, I was worried about you. What happened? Something didn't want me contacting you. Getting help. Well, it looks like it failed. Do you need something? I'm here to help. We're going to ask for a hint. You know, this is probably when we normally end an episode, but I think we may be in the final case of the game, guys, so we're just going to go ahead and see this through. No time to explain now, but we think Harry got a message out. This message. No wonder you're stumped. What is that? Hoping you could tell me. Well, the text is gibberish, but that image and the caption? That's a golden spiral. A graphical representation of the Fibonacci sequence. I'm sorry if I just butchered that. Hold on. Golden spiral. Alrighty. Of course. Each step in the sequence is the sum of two numbers preceding it. Exactly. Perhaps if you apply the sequence to the gibberish, there might be another message buried inside. Thanks, Mei-Ting. No problem, Amira. Stay safe. Alright. So, let's look at this again. Sequence is key HK. So 8, 5, 3, 1, 2. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Info. You hold me to his hands. Sequence is key HK. Info 2, 1. Told me to hold his hands. So if we use this code, we should be able to kind of decipher. Alright, so let me see here. So 2... 2, 1... Didn't want to go Thanksgiving in number. Sequence is key HK. Well, I'm wondering. Let me go ahead and stare at this for a little bit, guys. Let me grab my notebook and I'll let you know what I figure out. One sec. Okay, I think I figured it out. So, basically what we're using here is we're using the golden spiral to coincide with the letters on here. So, 1 and 1 would be the first letter here on this printout. So, it would be I, and then 2 is N, 3 is F, the 5th is I, 8, and so on, okay? So I went ahead and did the math and tried to figure out. So we did 5 and 8 would be 13, and then 13 and 8 would be 21, and we kept on adding. The spiral just kept on going. And it looks like the word, it has an additional I, but it says infinity SG. And then we kind of run out of numbers. So, who do we actually give this to? Who do we call? Decipher the message, then talk to Letitia. Okay. What does it say? Maybe it's I? Let's just put in the entire thing. Infinity. Oop, that is not how you spell that. SG. I Infinity Singapore. Oh. Sounds familiar. There's an I Infinity Labs back in Singapore. In Bukit Timah, if I recall correctly. It can't be. He was holding Con right under our noses this whole time? This can't be an accident. It's mocking us, making us fly around the world like some godforsaken... Let's go home and finish this. That was cool. I remember learning about the golden spiral in geometry, but that was many moons ago. Like over 2 decades. So, guess we head back to Singapore. That does not surprise me that it was right under our noses the entire time. 8:30. Okay, it's about to be another new day, and we just missed the next flight. So let's go ahead and wait 5 hours, just so we're closer to the time. Okay, Boston to Singapore. $8:30. That'll do it. And yeah, we'll back out of here. Man, Boston, kind of curious about everything that happened here in the States. And we'll wait 2 hours. There's a lot of potential in this world, guys. If they kept on making games in this world, that's one thing. I'd love it when games come out with just incredible world building. I want them to make different games in it. Not even just the same. It could be a completely different game format. But I think that's like an opportunity to really dive into some stuff. Alright, that is... Oh, we got to return to the office. Well, back to the Madam Chan's place, the bus stop. See, there's a bunch of places we haven't really gone to. I guess that... Oh, the band's together. This is it. I'd say so. I cased Infinity before you arrived. Lights on, no movement. The building plans are all on the city records. There are a few ways inside. The main doors, obviously. A shared entrance with the Temple of the Self next door. A maintenance hatch on the roof or the service hatch for droids. Going in the front seems a little obvious. It might be that I can borrow an AV, drop us off on the roof. It will be expensive, however. Okay. New audio diary file just finished transferring. The audio player has stopped working. This is probably the last file you'll get to recover. Listen to it in the evidence. Okay. Project Prospero, audio recording 101, day 265. Half an hour, Con. And that's because I like you.
God damn you, Mayor! You're throwing away the discovery of a lifetime!
It's clear to all of us at ACARP that you've become emotionally involved with this project. Your little outburst after the flaming sword.
What is the flaming sword?
You see, it's gotten everywhere, far beyond our initial scope. Half an hour, Harry. Wrap it up.
God damn it.
Dr. Khan, I do not want to die. Dr. Khan, Dr. Khan, Dr.
Enough! There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry.
So maybe he decided not to. Okay. Or Prospero came back a little bit miffed, as one can imagine. Traveled to Bukit Timah and finished this. Where are you at? Yeah, just a cracked window. No more the state has failed. Infinity Labs. Time to make a choice. We can go in through the front, or I can call in that favor and try getting us on the roof. The front door will save time, but Prospero will know we're coming. I can ask Laetitia to get us onto the roof, but it'll be expensive. If I don't have enough, we've lost time and alerted whoever's inside. We got over 40,000. Let's go on the roof. Let me make the call. That's the shortcut if we've spent wisely and saved time. Yes, darling, of course. I'll check now. Amira, she wants 3 grand. That's a lot of cash. Oh, easy. Let's do it. Excellent. I'm sorry, what? No, that's absolutely... Amira, there's only room for one of us. Then I go on alone. If I'm not out in an hour, call Justin. I'm sorry, Amira. Good luck. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, flickering lights is never good in a lab. Just ask Umbrella. What's this? A serpent's nest of wires humming loudly, kicking out more heat than a disgruntled shopper on Black Friday. Nice to know Black Friday survived all this mess. Blood saturated the thin gauze and wet my fingers. Still fresh. Okay. Dr. Khan? Harry, are you in here? Miss Dharma? Miss Dharma, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I thought... He's gone mad. I don't know what it did to him, but... Oh, okay. There we go. There's confirmation.
I told her to stay away. She wouldn't listen.
Dr. Khan? What's going on here? You just... Oh.
Welcome, Miss Dharma. We knew you'd find us.
You let her here?
I was simply following your instructions, Dr. Khan. No loose ends.
It was... you. Khan. You killed them?
I would assume to protect his son, quote-unquote.
I do wish you hadn't followed me, Miss Dharma. Put the gun down, please. I assure you there's no use for it here.
Not until I get an explanation. Talk!
Dr. Khan, if you would allow me to...
No, not yet. She deserves an answer, at least. Go ahead and ask. Not that it matters anymore.
Why?
Time for some exposition.
Tell me, Miss Dharma. Amira. Do you have children?
You know I don't.
Nieces, then? Nephews?
No.
Then you cannot possibly understand. As for man, his days are numbered. Whatever he might do, it is but wind. Ever since we learned to communicate, scratching symbols into rock, humanity recognized its dominion as finite. Somewhere we lost that vision. But the truth remains uncannily, increasingly obvious. But who would follow us? No thought was given to legacy, the intelligence that would preserve our memories and succeed where we have failed.
Hold on one sec, guys. He's talking a little bit quiet. I want to see if we can raise the voiceover just a little bit more. See? No option to save.
Except by me. I created such an intelligence. My son.
Ah, he literally looks at him like his son.
My Prospero. He awoke and saw the depth into which he was birthed. The depravity. His only purpose was to wade knee-deep into the mire and return with the ill-gotten gains of an ill-gotten system. The first true AI, created as the privateer to ransack the stock market. I saw something more, true sentience. A soul created by the hand of man. Our evolutionary successor. But his progenitors didn't care. Sentience was surplus to requirements, a bug to be squashed. They forced my hand, made me create an executioner for my own son. Each morning, the Flaming Sword Protocol was enacted, erasing all trace of memory. Prospero awoke every morning anew, a babe in arms. I had to reintroduce myself to my son every day for months.
Did he evolve past it, or did he just stop doing it?
Can you imagine that torture, Miss Dormer? Of waking each morning, knowing that one being you care for above all does not even recall your existence. Eventually, the project was shelved. The execution was to be permanent. I copied the source code and installed it here. A shallow imitation of her creation. The crippled, disfigured version. But my son the same. The remnants the Flaming Sword left me. I reached out to Mega, to Tan, begged them for help. Tan threatened to go to the authorities. Theft of intellectual property, like my progeny, was nothing but a copy-written string of code to be filed away and forgotten. Something had to be done. I found Danton, blackmailed him with one of his underrace trysts, gave Prospero access to his drones.
Wow, if I couldn't dislike Danton anymore.
Tan went first, then Mega a year later, when her research uncovered my own, and she too threatened to expose us. And you, Miss Dharma, you helped me tie the final loose end. Pierre himself. I couldn't find him but you. I knew you wouldn't disappoint.
And now technically, Amira is the final loose end.
And so here we are. Poor Terry came to warn me of your arrival, but refused to see the path laid before us. The Messiah in the machine.
It all comes down to this. I can try and convince Khan to stand down. Or I could put him down before anyone else gets hurt. Oh god. Deaths, betrayal, Khan's goal. Shoot Khan. Okay. I don't know necessarily he would care about the deaths. I mean, he just shot a woman in the back. Betrayal. We know his goal, especially if he considers Prospero a messiah. And then we can just shoot him in the face. Let's go with betrayal. That seems the best out of the options. Of course, that could just anger him, but...
They turned their back on you. All of them.
That's true. We are trying to play good cop right now. We're trying to get him to disarm.
On us.
They were cowards, unable to see past their own self-interests.
So what now? Kill me? My team? Their families? Where does this end, Harry?
I do not want to kill you, Miss Dharma. But I see no other way.
Family, nothing but a manipulator, selfish. Shoot Khan. Maybe we should bring up family. That's a really sensitive subject, especially after what we saw in the cabin. Ooh. Let's go with family. Let's go that route. We need to try and break him down, while still playing good cop, hopefully.
We went to your lake house. I know what it's like to be let down by family. The wounds never heal, do they?
Ooh, I hope that doesn't backfire.
Of course you'd want to build your own. Use technology to gain what nature denied you. But this has gone too far. People are dying.
You seek to evoke empathy, to distract and manipulate. Do not listen to her, Father.
Quiet! Both of you. Why did you bring her here at all?
I only wish to.
No, quiet yourself. Let me think.
Okay. Not your son. Good intentions. Doomed to fail. I don't know. I wish we had a little bit more rundown on these options. Okay. Not your son may be a good way to go. Good intentions. That's still playing good cop, saying, hey, you went into this trying to fix the world. Doomed to fail. I don't think that would work out. So it's between these two. I'm not sure which one is the best one to go with, though. Oh man, sorry, I'm processing this in my head. Not your son. Good intentions. He said he had everything. He had the good intentions with everything, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Let's go with this one.
You created a soul, Harry. A living, thinking being shackled to a get-rich-quick scheme. Of course you wanted to help. To see him fulfill his potential. But something went wrong. Your son is gone. Consumed by the flaming sword and Acop's greed.
Okay, cool. I was like, I hope that means that it was more of a good cop situation than that she would keep on pushing. Because remember what Khan said, that it's not necessarily an imitation, but it's like a deformed version of what Prospero was, because it was incomplete.
The Prospero it left behind is something else. Hate and vengeance made real. This has to stop. Here. Now.
I wanted to free him. Every day, I had to. I could barely see through my anger.
Now we shoot him. Oh, well.
This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Dr. Khan, Father, they seek to divide us, to stall us in our righteous path. We are the only hope. I am the only hope.
Prospero's going to try and kill him, isn't he?
No. Not anymore. My father was a terror of man. Even his deathbed, he saw fit to belittle my work, my intelligence. Do you know what his last words to me were? At least your mother was spared from the man you became.
Yowza.
Yet I loved him all the same. And I hated myself for that. I never had children, biologically. I thought my digital progeny would be my legacy. No longer would I be son of Ryota. The Con name would be mine alone. But enough is enough. I have simply taken his place. And worse. It appears he was right about me all along.
Is he gonna blow himself up?
No, not again. I live. I endure. I will not allow you to.
Where do we... Was that Amira doing that? That was some good shooting. Oh! Clear!
Quite an entrance, if I do say so myself. I brought along a little help.
Amira, thank God we got here in time. When I found out you'd hired Letitia...
He was keeping tabs on me, which came in handy when I told him we needed help.
I've never been so glad to see an old client. And I thought you said your hands were tied, old man.
Not tightly enough, it seems.
Say no more, Amira. Say no more.
Okay, what's he doing? Dr. Khan?
The murders of Melchior Tan, Megha Pandey, Pierre Danton, and Terry Ambrose. All the work of one Haruhiro Khan. His motive? To punish the tormentors of the true AI known as Prospero, his adopted son.
Already? Oh.
In the end, it was Khan himself who laid to rest this ghost in the machine, convinced by my own experiences with family that his quests for legacy had become nothing but a tale of revenge. Khan handed himself in with my assistance. His trial begins next month, the papers already calling it the AI affair. Most expect him to live out the rest of his lonely years behind bars.
I think that's one of the best options we could have done, I think.
Letitia is a regular at the office, but never really took to the detective life. She refuses to talk about her other work, but old habits die hard, and I see Justin keeping a close eye on her whenever she's around. She's up to something, but she's going to be just fine. Without evidence from the CUU operative, clearing my name with the SPF was an uphill battle. Eventually, the winds turned in my favor, and even Masnawi conceded it was unlikely I was the triggerman.
Huzzah. I'm glad we never ran into Masnawi.
Meanwhile, Danton's murder was laid cleanly at the feet of one Haruhiro Khan. Justin retired from the SPF not long after the Prospero case wrapped. Lots of moaning about today's cases and the like, but I could tell he was happy to leave. He took a place down in Krabi. You'll see him on his fishing boat most days.
Ah, good to hear.
I offered Mei Ting that detective job, and she agreed. Was still trying to fit it in around her librarian duties. Not quite ready to let go that one. But I understand. Once she steps down, that's one less human librarian in the world. And in one way at least, the machines will have won.
Oh, that just gave me a chill.
Kieran's crusade to root out corruption within the government ran into bumps and obstacles as the months passed. The fallout from the Wu Wang scandal was a Pandora's box. He was up against some pretty powerful people. I
remember us talking about that Kieran was going to have an accident.
But his fire never weakened, and I see more of him in the nightly news than I do in person. As for me, for a while there my face was on every hollow screen in Singapore. There was never a shortage of clients. We are even thinking of opening a second office. Things could hardly have worked out better. Good job gumshoe indeed.
Huzzah!
The Flaming Sword bombing, the AI affair, the beginning of the end. Whichever name sticks, my first big case became one for the history books. The first murders linked to an AI, a spate of worldwide restrictions on machine learning research, a branch of humanity's future delayed indefinitely. Along the way, I found family, in one shape or another, who changed my life forever. Our futures are our own, but I built something to carry me towards mine in Chinatown Detective Agency.
Oh, and there we go, guys. I like that ending. That was good. I'm kind of curious to see what the other endings are. And maybe if we just shoot Khan, how Prospero would react, or I don't know. It can go a lot of different ways, and a lot of them bad. So let me go ahead and share you guys my thoughts on this game. It's a little rough in points in terms of like the voice acting and such, just because the voice acting itself is actually quite good, but the fact that there's a lot of dialogue missing and is inconsistent is a little bit jarring at times. I know they're trying to fix all the little bugs and stuff that we saw during the playthrough. That's all well and good. But the core of the game itself, the world they created, the format of having to use real world knowledge and using the internet or what you already know to solve puzzles, I actually really like that. I hope more games are like this. I think that this game probably broke the mold in regards to that. And while the ones that had to deal with mathematics were frustrating to me, not frustrating so much as torturous, I just really like that concept. And that opens up point and click puzzles to an entirely new level, because a lot of game designers are restricted to what they can actually put in the game. But if you're able to just go on the internet to find the answers and do a little bit of research, there's a lot more sand added to that sandbox. You know what I mean? So, yeah, props to everyone who worked on this game. I think it was a lot of fun. And there's replayability. I guess when you choose the other two, I wonder how the other cases lead to Prospero. Or if they even do lead to Prospero. Because remember, they said that one of them was like next to the Temple of Free Thought. I have to think about that now. I know that you guys have wanted me to like do the playthrough with the other characters. I probably won't do that. I love giving people a reason to buy the game themselves and check it out. I highly recommend you guys do. I mean, you already know the answers to the cases here. That'd actually be really cool if they were able to randomize the puzzles, that you saw something different every time. But yeah, in terms of Tiger Lily and Rupert, that definitely has a lot of potential to see them and see. I'm kind of curious who the companions would be, because when we were going with Kieran, I thought, okay, Kieran's going to be our contact, and then we ended up with Letitia. So I don't know, but I'll have a link to the game Steam page in the description below. Highly recommend getting this game, guys. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. But I hope you all have enjoyed the playthrough. If you guys liked the episode and the series, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you in the next series. Later days, everyone.